Hello everyone. It is Alana. It's Wednesday. Welcome here. It'll just take me a second to make sure that this pops up on my end so that I can see your guys' comments. What's everybody up to tonight? If you are here, just comment or say hello so that I know you're here. And I will work on getting this up at my end. I think that there's somebody there, but it's not popping up at my end here yet. So just take me a second. There's a few of you there here now, I think. Let's see if we can get this to load here. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna try to say your name. It's Aoife, right? And if I am wrong, please correct me. Or do you say it Eva? Hi, Leslie. I'm okay being corrected too, that I would rather say it properly than not. It's still just taking a second here on my end so that I can see your guys' comments. I can see it on my phone, but I have to sit down and not stay standing. Awesome. Now, why it doesn't want to load. Did anybody get to do any crafting today? Hopefully you guys did. I know it's evening for you guys, or later evening than it is here for you guys in Ontario. I'll see if I can get to this another route. This might work. There we go. So I just need to, whoops. Awesome. Forgot to turn the volume down first. There we go. Now I can see what I am doing here. All right, so I decided to make a couple of sunflower cards to come back and show you guys tonight. These are not the ones I posted earlier. This one here is the one that I'll demonstrate tonight. And then I made a second one to show you guys. And then I'll also show you the two that I made for the fundraiser that we're going to do. I should have printed off the flyer for the fundraiser, but I will tell you guys all about it. Actually, can you ask Dad to print it for me? I'll show you the flyer at the end, but I will tell you guys all about it quickly before we get started. And then again, I'll show you this one. This way, if you guys have this stamp set, or if you choose to do the fundraiser and you want to do more projects on your own later, then you've got a couple of extra ideas of things that you guys can make. And then before I get going, this card here is not the one I'm demonstrating tonight, but if you guys would like to see this one made, let me know if you'd like me to come live again and walk you through this one here. That is something that I could do. I should also quickly check the stock of this bundle. This bundle is part of the Savings Are in Bloom, I believe the promotion is called, and it is 20% off. So I brought the dies here so that you can see them. So it's this die set and the Celebrate Sunflowers stamp set. So this bundle is on sale for 20% off, which I think is $62.25 plus tax and shipping. So we're going to do the fundraiser on March 23rd. It'll be a quick turnaround time. We thought that it was best to get it going quickly, and also we want to be able to get the order in so that these don't sell out. But again, I'll just quickly get some help to check the stock of that bundle. And what I was going to say is that there's 3 options for registration. So if you would like to register for the fundraiser, I will be donating my commission from the purchase of the bundle or the stamp set, whichever option you sign up for. So it would be $80 to get the Celebrate Sunflowers bundle. We will make 2 different cards and 2 of each one. So I'm going to move these and I'll show you the 2 cards. It is the ones that I posted earlier today. So it'll be these 2 different styles. This one here with some blends and vellum, just simple and clean for that one. And then this one here, which is an easel style card. So if you could switch this color out here, but I mimicked the one that I did yesterday for you guys. The sunflower version of it. I have to set it aside somewhere, so I'll have to show you that one after, but you guys saw it yesterday. So we'll do this easel card, and then we will do this blends card. The greetings are not actually from this one here. This greeting would work if you wanted to switch that out, the know that you are loved. Maybe even they would need a, or you or whoever you're giving the card to might need a thanks a bunch greeting. But I actually used Thinking of You from Beauty of Friendship. I think this one's actually 20% off as well as a bundle. And so that's one I'll use tonight, is this greeting here. And this Thinking of You is from the Horizon stamp set that is in the spring catalog. So I know many of you already have that stamp set as well. So that's where this greeting is from. And then again, this one is from Beauty of Friendship. If you guys are in my stamp club, a lot of you have already got those two stamps. But if anyone else doesn't, you can just sub it out for something else that you have in your collection. Hi, Shauna. Hi, everyone else that has joined in. I think I've caught all of you. No promises that I will as the session goes on. But yeah, so option number one is $80. You get the bundle. We will make 4 cards. My commission is covering the cost of the cards and a $10 donation that we will donate to an organization in support of Ukraine. That we just have to determine what the best choice is for it, but that's where my commission will go. So $10 from every registration will go towards that. And then you can choose to donate your cards for an organization to sell, or maybe you want to send them to somebody who is Ukrainian and you want to show them some support. So those are the options that you can choose to do with your cards. Option number 2 for registration is if you want to purchase just the stamp set as opposed to the bundle, then that will be $50. Again, a $10 donation will be donated, and then you will get the supplies to make 4 cards, 2 of each of these. Or if you already have the bundle and you want to join in on the fundraiser, it is $20 to get the supplies and a $10 donation. So I'm just covering the cost of the supplies. I'm not making anything off of them, so that we can send all funds as a donation. So those are the 3 options. Option 1, $80 for the bundle. Option 2, $50 for just the stamp set. And then option 3, $20 for the supplies, which includes the $10 donation as well. So that is the fundraiser. Again, it will be March 23rd. It's a Wednesday. It'll be at 6:30 p.m. Central. We will meet by Zoom, and I'll create a private Facebook page as well. And then we can also share different ideas with each other. So I thought I'd also post these on there. And then that way we will have inspiration there if people want to use their bundle to create other projects that they can donate or send to people that need to know that they're being thought of. And the RSVP deadline is going to, anyone who's missing a detail, is going to be this Saturday. If you decide you want to get your order in right away so you don't miss out on that bundle, you can use this host code here to order the bundle. And then I will let you know the difference in cost so that you can just send the difference so that I can make the donation and get you your supplies. So if you're not local, we would have to build shipping in as well to get your card kit to you. But at least this here would get your bundle to you a little bit faster and a little bit cheaper if you need it mailed. So you can use that host code if you want to get that order in as soon as possible. People who register tonight, I am going to go ahead and order the bundle again, just to make sure we don't miss out. So hi, Anne. Thank you, Elaine. So if you have any questions about the fundraiser, please just ask. That was a lot of information to throw at you real quick. So ask away, and I will do my best to help clarify. And hopefully we will have some people join in to help us get some cards made. We do have a local place that would take the cards to also sell them, and then they can raise more funds for the cause as well. So we're just looking into that. This just came up last night on my live, so we haven't hammered out all of the details yet, but that's what we're thinking, is that if people want to make the cards, donate them to an organization that can sell them, then that works as well. So again, the fundraiser is these 2 cards here that we're going to be making. And then these are the ones that I'll show you tonight. Well, I'll make this one. If you guys want to see this one made tomorrow, comment here to let me know. So just make sure you guys comment, and then I can come back and show you guys this one if you'd like that. Sound good? All right. And if you would like to share this video, please do. And if you come back and comment to let me know that you have, then I will do a draw for a card. I don't know that I'll send one of these. I might make you something else, because then that way we can make the best use out of these with our fundraiser. And then I wanted to show you guys one other quick card before we get going. I was in the midst of this Waves easel card last night. I had showed you guys the pieces of it. So I completed it, and this is what I had come up with. So again, I used that craft ink mixture. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know if you can see the glossiness, but I used the craft ink mixture and then heat embossed the wave there and then made this one here. So that was that. Okay, so let's get started. I'll move this one aside. I love how this one turned out though. I used the stitched greenery there, but again, comment if you guys want me to do this one tomorrow, and we'll get started with this one. I don't usually die cut things on camera either, but because the mini stamp cut and emboss is on sale right now for 20% off, I am going to give it a whirl, and I will die cut this flower after I apply the ink technique to this one here. So I've got my card base that is thick white. It's 4 1/4 by 11, and then I have a white 4 by 5 1/4 layer. This is the layer that I will build everything on. We have pre-cut all of my rainbow pieces. Excuse my little Ziploc bag. It's just a method I use to keep all my pieces together. So I use Pacific Point gold foil. This is the Waves. I can't remember what it's called, but the foil from the Waves of the Ocean. It's actually the navy piece, but I thought it was okay tied in with the Pacific Point. Pacific Point is closer to the Ukraine colors, but that was the closest with the foil. And then some Daffodil Delight. So I've got those. I have the Cloud Punch. It is textured with painted texture. So I've got those. And then I have used the DSP stack again. So yesterday I used some of that DSP from a different color collection. And then I've used it again on this card here, and a little scrap of the gold foil. So that's kind of the guts of my card. And then I needed a little bit more white for my greeting and for the sunflower. I'm going to stamp the sunflower, and then as you can see, I'm using this as a mask to color it in. So I will get this going first. I'll move these aside, and then I'll bring back in that white layer to do this technique here. All right. How many of you guys have this stamp set already? Do any of you? People who did Stamp Club or In Color Club last year, a lot of you guys will have the Celebrate Sunflowers because we used it way back then. It's very pretty. I'm kind of thinking it might end up retiring, which makes me a bit sad. How about you guys? And I don't need Versamark. I'm going to use StazOn for this. So if you are new to StazOn, this little plastic sleeve here, you want to make sure that you cover your, I can't speak English. You want to save this. Don't throw it out. That's what I'm trying to get at. So when you put your ink pad back in the lid, you always want to put that back on top. So that's why I'm just saving it inside the lid there. Sorry, you'll get a little bit of shake here from inking that up. Now I am going to, you don't need a whole sheet, but just to keep this easy for blending, to show you guys, I just used the whole piece here, but you could totally cut this down smaller so that you're not wasting so much. And instead of coloring this, because it can take a long time to color with blends, and this is the method that I'm using in the fundraiser class, because again, if we had to color 2 of this in class, it would just take a really long time. So I decided we would ink this one up with a mask, and then that prompted me to use it for this card as well, just because it's fairly quick and easy to do this. I will actually just tape this down so that it doesn't move around on me. And that's if I can get the washi tape started. Does that ever happen to you guys? Washi tape rips on you. If you're like me, you like it to tear off nice and clean. Oh well. There's some of you might be proud of me for that, oh well, rather than being so anal about it. All right, so I'll just tape this down. Isn't it so pretty, this stamp set? I'm glad that you have it in your collection. I feel like this is one that I will keep. There's probably too many that I keep, I'll be honest. Okay, my stack is falling over. So I need Daffodil Delight, and then I've got my Old Olive and Soft Suede ready to go. I'll begin with the Daffodil Delight for the petals and a blending brush. So I'll just move this over a little. And again, for those of you that might not have seen this before, you can probably tell from the glare here, this mat is laminated, and I did this at, I think, Staples or the UPS store with it's a sturdier laminate. You can get thinner ones. This is a more sturdy one. So because it's glossy, I can just dab that off there first, and then I can blend over this. I probably don't even need to dab it off because I need a lot of, well, I want a lot of color on here. I should have showed you guys that up close first. So you can see there's a little bit of a border. I just taped it down evenly. And then I'm trying to avoid where the leaves are because I'm going to go over them with a dauber and Old Olive. So as much as I can, I don't want the two colors to blend. They will a little bit, but that's okay. There. So now the flower is nice and yellow. And then I can come over the leaves with the Old Olive. And I'm just using a dauber for this because I have a little bit more control where the ink is going to go. I don't want to blend over into the petals. So I'm just picking some ink up there and then coming in from the side here. So this is a pretty quick, easy way to color this. You get a little bit of depth and dimension just because you're not going to get a perfectly even blend over that, but then you save all the work of coloring with blends. I love using blends, but to get a lot of these done quickly, this is a pretty easy way to do it. So that's good for that. And then again, I'm using a dauber and Soft Suede to go over the center of the flower. There. So now the flower is all ready to go. So I could fussy cut this. If you don't have the dies, that's an option. That is actually how I did the card that I made for the fundraiser. This one, I actually fussy cut that. So if you are interested in doing the fundraiser and you don't have it in the budget to do the full bundle, then you can fussy cut that one out. And this one here is just stamped directly on the paper, so you don't even need to die cut that one. All right, but now we need to die cut this. So I will just, I have to trim this down because it is too big to fit into the mini Stamp Cut and Emboss. How many of you have the mini boss? It's adorable. So I'm just cutting this down. I can still use this paper after. And again, at home you wouldn't use that much paper and waste it, but now look at this. The flower die, it was stuck to my stamp set, so I had put my stamp set on top of the dies, and I thought my die was missing. It had just clung to the stamp set. It's like when you have a magnet and they stick to the magnet. I have this little tray that I throw my dies in. I'll show you guys. I gave these to my team that did on stage. So I have this magnetic tray, and I just throw the dies that I'm working with in here. But sometimes, like you can see this twist tie, sometimes a die will catch underneath because it's so strong. So you just have to watch where things hide. All right, so this little die just fits easily on your work surface. So we have it's been a while since I have used this one, so I need to just make sure that this is all accurate with the little baby boss. And I'm going to take that tape off just so that I can line this up. And then I can tape this down. So I want to get it all centered first, which is kind of hard to do without being able to get my head in your guys' view. There we go. Now let's see if I'm doing this properly. If this is going to be the right sandwich. Does the mini emboss do the regular size? It does not do the regular sized ones. It will fit the half folders. So there we go. That cut that out nicely. And again, you just fit it nicely in the middle of your work surface. It doesn't take up too much room. And then you can just put these away, close that up. Oh, I'm sorry, that was really loud. That was rude. It does not fit the full-sized folders, Janet, but it fits the half-sized ones. We have these little mini folders. These go through there, and it will fit like quite a large percentage of our dies because a lot of the sets have small pieces. So these can all go through there. So that's the nice thing about it. And then I just try to take this off and throw it in here so that it doesn't get lost in between projects or in between cleaning up. That's usually the case. Except for then, where would you be if you were the stamped image that I just die cut out? Here it is, right there. Let's see if any of you commented to tell me it was there. Do you guys lose your things that easily too? It's easy to happen around here. And would you guys can probably guess, with having gone live every day since I think last Thursday, I have made like a huge mess of projects. I need to clean them up tonight after this live. So if your vote is for me to come back tomorrow and do this one, you guys can ask me tomorrow, did you clean up your mess since last night? How about that? That'll be the challenge for me, is to get this all cleaned up. So I'm just going to swipe all this off of here because I am going to add a little bit of ink. I found it was just a little bit too white behind there, so I blended, which is fine if you wanted to leave it that way, but I blended a little bit of Pacific Point and then spattered a little bit of black blends onto the layer behind the rainbow. So I'll do that here, and I have got another blending brush for Pacific Point. So I've got that here. Do you guys have a big collection of blending brushes? Mine keeps growing. I tried to use the brush that I used for Night of Navy, and I had not cleaned it out very well first, so I was getting navy ink all over here, and I just didn't want the navy, so I grabbed a new one. All right. So here, I really want to make sure that I don't do that first blot on here because it's really bold. So I just want to make sure that I'm going really, really light with this. See, look at that. It has a lot of ink in it. My Pacific Point is not used very much, so I'm actually going to flip that over. So that's the nice thing. You can flip your paper over if you're not happy with it on the first try. And because my mat here is glossy, I can just pick that ink up from there again and use it and get a lighter application. So this time I'm going to get rid of a lot of that. There we go. And then pick up a little bit more. Okay, so that's all. Just a little bit, and I'll just clean that up so that I don't end up with that all over my white card base. There. How many of you guys have the mini stamp cut and emboss? Do any of you have it? Now I will dig out my pile of adhesives here. I am going to put this little strip of gold. Oh, that's good, Linda. I love that little magnetic tray. And when I have my helpers helping me here, they keep it handy too. So, because they'll take the big shot and go watch TV or put their headphones on. So then they've got that little tray and they just throw the pieces in there so they don't get lost. Okay, so I have the little strip of gold showing there. And you guys might remember, if you were here last week when I did the rainbow card with the cat and dog. This is the same layout. I should show you guys that card. I figured, why reinvent the wheel? So you'll recognize this layout. So I followed the same pattern here, and then I just switched out the elements and the colors to go with the Ukraine. All right. Now I'll tape this one down to the edge here. No, I'm going to spatter those blends on there first, like I told you guys I would do. So just a little bit. There we go. And some of that will be hidden once we put the rainbow layers on. So that's kind of a lot, but it will be hidden there. And I'm going to flip that card base over the right side up, just in case I forget to check afterwards. So now we'll tape this down there. I could just glue it, but with this extra layer of the gold foil, I like to tape it. How about you guys? And I'm going to just take off one of the backings first so that I can lay this down nicely. Actually, when I made my sample, I accidentally glued it down this way. So here's a tip for you. If you ever do that, I find if I heat it from the back with my heat gun, it is easier and cleaner to pull off a layer if you've accidentally put it in the wrong spot, or if it accidentally grabs before you're quite ready. That is one trick that I have learned. That heat gun is useful for more things than one. And I'll actually tell you guys, the other thing that we have used it for is years ago, which it's in the process of happening again, that we'll be switching flooring. But years ago when we did, like more than a decade ago, when we switched our kitchen flooring, I actually used the heat gun to lift the linoleum flooring off the kitchen floor. So that's how we removed it, with a heat gun. Just heated it up and pulled it back. Just like what I would do with peeling this layer off when I put it down incorrectly earlier. So now what I'll do is just layer these pieces here. I'll just Tombow glue these down. So this one here is Pacific Point. I'll dry fit these first so that Gooby Gone. Yeah, absolutely. I have that stuff too. Goo Gone and oh, what's the other one that maybe it's Goo Gone that I'm thinking of. I think that is it, Janet. Oh, and Undo. That's the other one. I knew there was something else. So I've just dry fit them first, and then I will scoot them down just a little bit actually. I want them to line up along the bottom so that all the rainbow layers line up there. The thing I like about the rainbow layers and the Tombow is you can just glue it right down the middle. And then I'm just butting these up to my gold foil layer. And I can just pick one up at a time. So I'm not sure there's been any comments yet. Nobody wants to see this one made tomorrow? I haven't seen any, but sometimes they don't all show up. I don't want to bore you guys if you're done with sunflowers after this. But I will come back either way and share some things that are on sale. Now, if they're not perfectly lined up, that's okay, because we're going to dimensional the clouds, which are right here in front of here. First though, I do need to wrap my white twine. I had to think about what this was called. So I showed you guys this last week. I just leave enough of a tail here to tie the bow, and then I wrap around. If I am not doing this on camera, I'll often actually cut multiple layers so that I'm not wasting all of this behind here. What papers? Yes, so this is the Bright DSP stack. This layer of the rainbow is Pacific Point. This one is gold foil. This one here is the navy foil out of the foil that comes with the Waves of the Ocean suite, and then Daffodil Delight cardstock. that's the colors for those. So hopefully, I know it's not like your traditional rainbow, but to keep with the theme here, I thought that was okay. And this was inspired in part by that suggestion you sent me earlier, Janet. I had had it in mind to do a rainbow, and then I actually tried something different and it was not working out, but I liked this one. So I have a little glue dot on the tip of my scissors here, and I am going to just put it over top of this first layer of twine in the place where I want to tie the bow. So I want to tie the bow right here. Now I can tighten this twine up a little bit, and then I'll tie my first knot. So I have one knot here, and I'm going to tack that knot down to my glue dot there. So now this is a lot easier to tie a bow. This isn't going to unravel on me while I'm trying to tie it. So that is like probably one of my favorite tips to share, is the glue dot trick when tying a bow. And then I hold the knot when I'm cinching back the tails to where I want them. I find that also helps it to not unravel where I don't want it to. So I keep getting a message on my end that the video's interrupted. Is it still showing for you guys? I think it's still there, but it keeps telling me that it's interrupted. All right, so then I'll take one cloud here and I'm going to dimensional that. I wonder if it's mine too, because on my camera end, it looks good, but on the end where I'm watching, it seems to be freezing there. So hopefully this is okay for you guys. So I'm just dimensionaling this cloud up here, and then I'll put this one down here. I am not doing a double decker on any of these clouds. I have enough other layers that are getting raised in front of it. So I just, where they overlap, it's just glued down to the other one. So I'll show you guys. This backing doesn't want to come off. I think that's a dead dimensional, that one. There we go. So I am just putting the dimensionals on this side of the cloud where it will touch my card front, and then I'll tuck a glue dot in here rather than double deckering these dimensionals, if that makes sense. And then I can just take a little glue dot here, and I'll just reach this in here and tack that down. Okay, now my little sunflower, I'm not actually going to put this down yet. First I want to take my card front layer and put it onto my card, because if I put my sunflower on first and I go too far out, it might exceed the edge of the card and then it doesn't fit nicely in an envelope. So first I'm going to put this layer down to the card, and I am attaching it with dimensionals. Is it any better now, Janet? Or is it still freezing? Hopefully it's good. Got a little cat hair there. I just dropped that one on the floor. There we go. Do you guys use lots of dimensionals, or would you just do the four corners? What's your vote? I like to cover it nicely. So my card base is right side up. Oh dear. Perfect. And I hope that the camera end is still showing, because on the iPad where I watch, it just completely shut down. So hopefully you guys still have the recording going here. So now with this one here, while it takes its time to load on the iPad, I will just see if I can get it open on my phone so that I can read your guys' comments here. in case the iPad does not bring it back up. So it'll just take me a second here. I think there's an issue with the iPad. So we are going to, yeah, here we go. I've got it on the phone at least. So I will, here, I'll just put this here so I can watch here.
Oh, it's bad.
Okay, let's see. There, sorry guys. At least we've got multiple devices, so when it fails, grab another device. All right, now I will attach the little sunflower. And this one I did raise over the clouds. Over the clouds. So I do need to double decker the parts that will overlap. So these two here, I need to double decker those. Just to keep that it's no freezing on your end. Good. I don't know what is up with technology tonight. It was doing this a little bit the other day too. All right, I guess we can't complain though, right? So this is going to go just, oh, see, and I went too far over. This was the whole reason to put that layer on the card first. And then I went and overlapped it. Okay, so we've got the flower there, and then I just need to do the greeting. So I have this little layer. Now I probably actually, I need to throw another one in between here. That one's caving down, so here's my trick. That little dimensional that I put in there is, it's overlapping the cloud, so it is making that cloud stick down. So this way I just took an extra dimensional, tucked it underneath there, and then now that's not caving down on me. So don't be afraid to grab another one and then just reach it in there. Okay, now I just have my greeting to do. So again, this one, this little thinking of you that's nice and thin is from Beauty of Friendship. And again, that one I believe is also 20% off. So yes, it is. That bundle with these beautiful trees is also on sale for $63. I love this little thinking of you. It's a very good greeting to have on hand. Thinking of you, thank you. Those are ones that I find really versatile. You can use thinking of you in so many different situations, but I do need to cut that down first. Sorry about that, guys. So I also love this little cutter. I wish that it was available. I apologize that it's not, but I love this for cutting skinny little strips. So now I can use this to stamp that greeting on. Sorry, I forgot to trim that down first. And then there we go. David's not here to remind me to close that ink pad. I've got to remind myself. And then I just cut a little flagged end there and a little flagged end here. And I also distressed it a little bit. And I just do that with my scissors. So just be careful not to cut yourself, not to totally destroy your greeting strip, but just gives it a little something. There we go. And then I dimensional this as well. So here again, I'm putting one over the end that will overlap the sunflower. And then I need to double decker this other one because it is going, that's already raised one level there. So now this one needs to be on a double decker. And there. Okay. And then all I need to do is add rhinestones. So those should be handy here. The trick is always, where's my take your pick tool? Janet, did you say the other day that you don't have a take your pick tool? I'm not sure that you do. I can't remember what we said about that. So I am just going to put the middle-sized one. I don't know about you guys, but I have so many of these sheets on the go that what I end up doing is putting all of one size on one sheet and all of one size on another sheet, because I end up inevitably with a lot of one size left over. So it just makes sense for me to separate them so that they're easier for me to find. And I think I'm going to just move this one just a tad there. So there we go. That is my card for tonight. I think the vote is don't come back tomorrow with this one, right? That's what, there's no comments to bring it back. So my guess is don't show you guys that one unless you guys comment to tell me to do this one. Then I can always come back with this one here and give you another demonstration on that. Or I'll pick a different bundle and then come back with that one, another one from the sale list. So I'll bring this a little closer so you guys can see that again. Nice, easy way to color your sunflower image. You can see the shine there now on the foil. But it's a really quick way that even if you're not confident with coloring, you can use your blending tools to color that in. So there we go. I will just bring this back in again. This one here, Melissa, or this one? I tried to pick the colors for Ukraine. Pacific Point is the closest one. With the samples for the fundraiser, they are slightly different. This one, actually, there's a different version of this one. I did do one sample with the foil. So I'll show you guys all of these again. This isn't, we don't have Pacific Point in blends, so I used a mix of blues for this. I feel like it still passes, that we could get away with using those blues to go with the blue and yellow. Again, Pacific Point is closer to their color, but I think that that will be okay. And then for this one here, I made one sample with the foil, again from the Waves of the Ocean foil, but we're actually going to use Pacific Point and Navy cardstock. It's just more cost effective to do it that way. And then also if that foil paper sells out, I don't have to worry about that. So I did one version just to show with each of the two different colors, and I've glue dotted this one shut for a photo. So there we go. This is the version that we'll do in class, but if you have that foil paper, you can see how that turns out there. And again, these are blended the same way that I did this one, but we'll do these ones in class together for the fundraiser. These ones here, 2 of each. So this here and then this one, those will be for the fundraiser. These are just extra ideas for you if you've got the bundle, so that you have some extra ideas that you guys can use your bundle for. And thank you, Melissa. And then here's just a quick recap on the fundraiser cost. So let me know by Saturday if you want to do the fundraiser. Option number 1 again is $80, and it will include the dies and the stamp set. So you can get those for $80 and the supplies to make 4 cards. Of that fee, I'll be donating all of my commission, so $10 will go to the cause, and then the rest of it goes towards the supplies to give you the card kits. Option number 2 is $50. You will get the stamp set if you want to take part, but it's not in the budget to do the full bundle, or if you just don't need the full bundle, but you do want the stamp set, then it's $50. Again, the same donation will be included with that, $10, and then your card kit will also be part of that, so the 4 card kits. And then if you already own the stamp set and you want to join in, it's $20, and you will get the card kit again to make the 4 cards, and a $10 donation will be sent. So 10 of it just covers the cost of supplies, and $10 goes to the cause. So those are the 3 options for registration. I'll need to know by Saturday so that we can make sure that we get that ordered. If you know right now that you want to do this fundraiser and you let me know, I will do an order tonight or tomorrow morning, just so that we can avoid as many sellouts. We just never know what's going to happen with inventory. So I'm hoping that it's good till Saturday. So of course this will all be while supplies last with that bundle. one more time, if you guys are interested, maybe not one more time, but for one more time for tonight, if you're interested in the Waves of the Ocean retreat, it is Saturday, April 2nd. That is the end of spring break for anyone in Manitoba. And Laura and I are doing this together, so you'll get a class facilitated by me, a class facilitated by Laura. We're hoping to have a guest stamper come in and show a scrapbook page. So we will be, again, this one's all while supplies last as well. I've got everybody's products ordered for those who have already registered, so those are on their way. I might even come tomorrow. Melissa, the fundraiser class is going to be on March 23rd. Oh, I printed the version without the date on it. I made an extra version just in case we needed to alter the date, but it is March 23rd at 6:30 Central, and we will meet via Zoom, and then we will air it to a private Facebook page, just like when we did the fundraiser class in memory of Susie. Then that way participants can always go back. If you want to support but you can't join us that night, you can go back into the Facebook page and rewatch the videos. And you would also then have access to any extra samples people make with this bundle. I will challenge people to share extra projects on there just to give each other inspiration to use our bundle and these colors to make extra cards for Ukraine. And if you guys do make cards, you can always use the hashtag on social media as well. It's Cards for Ukraine. So let me know about that. And I will probably actually make a quick registration link tonight for that. I didn't think to make one sooner, but that might work best. Then again, we've already got the link for the Waves of the Ocean retreat. That's already posted. If you are interested in that, let me know. It's $125 for the full shebang of that one. The card kits, the bundle, you get a half a package of DSP foil and bling. Or sorry, the foil is a 6x6 piece. And then you can still register for the Beyond the Horizon paper pumpkin kit. The subscription period ends for this on the 10th though. So don't miss out on that if you want to join Laura and I for our paper pumpkin alternates class, which will take place on Monday, April 4th. So that is what's going on so far. Stay tuned for other classes that I will have to advertise. My stamp club this month, if you're interested, we're using Grassy Grove. And I will post that date as well. And Janet, I think you asked about a list of what's on sale. I'll be making a post with the images of all of these so that you guys can actually see what bundles are on sale. I know for myself, I always love being able to see a visual of what it looks like. So I posted a visual of this bundle with the photo that I posted of the fundraiser cards earlier today. I like to be able to see a picture. I love a real live catalog versus an online one, and I love to see photos of the product. So sometimes I probably share a few too many photos, but I just share what I like to see too. So hope that makes sense. All right. So that is everything with these cards for tonight. I see some of you are just hopping in. You can catch the replay. I will share this to my page as soon as I'm done here. So you can always go back and rewatch. Tammy, these are the ones that I made this one tonight and showed this one. And then these again are the ones that will be included in the fundraiser. So I will come back again tomorrow. I have to decide on what time, but I'll come back and do another project, either this one, if you guys want to see it, or one with a different bundle that is on sale. And I will get that registration link created right away for the fundraiser class as well. In the meantime though, if you know you want to do it, message me and let me know that you want to take part so that I know to get your bundle ordered for you, just in case they are. I have to check the inventory status. I'm really not sure where it's at, but we want to try to avoid that. So all right. Thanks everyone for joining in tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you guys will go forth and create cards for Ukraine, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.